Well, everyone, just like with Infernoids, Ice Barrier also got support. And the Infernoid support is really damn good. Like, really good. Can the Ice Barrier support also be good? Now, Ice Barriers, before we get started, are one of my all-time favorite decks. I love the archetype to death. I even bought 3 of the structure deck when it came out day one. I literally rushed to a locals I used to go to before shutdown to purchase 3 of that structure deck. And I was coping incredibly hard that I could build a good coherent deck out of just 3 of that structure deck. Because it was one of my, well, it's one of my all-time favorite decks. But as time went on, I quickly realized that Ice Barriers are fucking garbage. Not the worst archetype in the world, not the worst lore archetype ever. Just unfocused. But the structure deck did show a little bit of a glimpse into what Ice Barrier could be. What could they be? What could be the playstyle of Ice Barrier? Has Konami finally figured it out? I would like to believe they did. And with that, let's move on to the Ice Barrier stuff. Past is present with a return to the Ice Barrier. New Synchro Monster! We got Lancia, Draconic ancestor of the Ice Spirit Mountain. Not an Ice Barrier monster, at least by name. Level 10 Water Dragon Synchro, 33 and 27. Materials are 1 water tuner plus 1 non-tuner. Very generic. I might test this out in Earth's Arctics. Just because of that level. And because I can, well, make it off of Adrian Gamir. Let me look at his art. Man, why weren't you an Ice Barrier? An Ice Barrier Dragon. Man, your design's so fucking cool. Ah, you look like an evil reenact mixed with Gungnir. Ah, such cool fucking art. Anyway, you can only use the first effect of this card's name up to twice per turn. Okay then. Once per chain. Oh. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can special summon 1 Ice Barrier monster from your hand, deck, or extra deck, or graveyard. Then change 1 opponent's attack position monster to defense. If this Synchro Summon card in its owner's control leaves the field by your opponent, you can special summon 1 Ice Barrier Synchro monster from your extra deck. This treat is a Synchro Summon. In other words, this card says, here, have a free Big Trish. Here, have a free General. I personally like to go for General Raiho, because it makes my opponent have to discard a card in order to activate an effect that resolves. But, continuing with the trend of Ice Barrier Synchro monsters, Big Dragon is good. Konami continuously making good Big Dragon for Ice Barriers. They just let Ice Barrier get away with so much stuff just because it's Ice Barrier. And I love that so much. This gives you a double free summon. It just says, here, have a Trishula. Or here, have a Bryanak or Gungnir. Although I'm pretty sure you would want to bring out the Gungnir or Bryanak from the extra deck off of this off the once per chain effect. I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to bring out Trish with this effect. Unless you're on some alpha big brain move. Anyway, next we got Georgius, the Swordsman of Ice Barrier. Swordsman of the Ice Barrier. Yeah, that card. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Your design's okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite of the Ice Barrier designs. Nah. Looks way too modern Yu-Gi-Oh! For me. And because I just love my Ice Barrier classic designs. Anyway, level 6, Water Winged Beast Tuner. Effect monster, 1200. Interesting. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name, each once per turn. If you control an Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is no more special summoned, you can special summon one level 5 or lower Ice Barrier from your hand or graveyard. Monsters in your opponent's graveyard cannot activate their effects while you control another Ice Barrier monster. The big guy's continuing to have the trend of floodgate effects. And this plus a level 4 just lets you make this man. This plus a level 4 makes Lancia. Okay, Konami, I see you. And then next we got Mirror Magic Master of the Ice Barrier. Level 2, Aqua Tuner Effect Monster. 1400. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You contribute one other effect monster. Special summon up to 3 Ice Barrier tokens. Aqua Water, level 100. And if you do, increase this card's level by the number summoned. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Water Synchros. That part's kind of poopy. But it's completely understandable why they would let you do that. They don't want it to be too free. But you will get a free... But you do get a free level 5. That can make a level 8. Because 5 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because that's 2. Anyway, if this card is sent to graveyard, you can add one of your Ice Barrier cards that is banished or in your deck to your hand, except Mirror Magic. So I can get... what you're saying is, I can just get Medallion for free. Is that what you're saying? This card's really good as well. This art's really nice. See, this is the type of art I think of when I think of Ice Barrier. And not this art. Not the Swordsman's art. Maybe I gotta see it up close and personal and in person that changed my opinion. But I'm just not a big fan of this art. Give me more designs like this. But anyway, we've had nothing but really good bangers up to this point. Let's see what we got next. A new trap. Freezing domains leading to the Ice Barrier. Continuous trap. You can only use the second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your Ice Barrier monster's effects. What the fuck? Okay, it says, this card's saying to your opponent, no, you're not doing this. You're not going to Ash. You're not going to Ogre. You're not going to Bell. You're not going to Droplet. You're not doing anything. You're letting my guides do whatever they want. And then the second effect. If a monster is special summoned from the extra deck, you can return one Ice Barrier monster you control to the hand or deck, and then place one card on the field or in the graveyard on the bottom of the deck. Wait, it just says on the field. It doesn't say on your field. It's just the field. This could be crazy interruption for my opponent. Oh my god. And then third effect. Once per turn during your end phase, reveal 3 Ice Barrier monsters with different names in your extra deck, or destroy this card. Alright, so that's a mandatory effect. So I'm guessing you're gonna want to play multiples of the Ice Barrier's Synchro Monsters. This is very good support. Like, holy fuck. Like, holy goddamn, this stuff is crazy. My favorite card is this, a Mirror Magic, but I do like Swordsman's Effect. This card just says, nah, Chief. Nah, my Ice Barrier monsters are going to activate their effects. And then we got all the reprints here of just all the Ice Barrier cards, including everyone's favorite, Royal Knight. Everyone likes Royal Knight, right? Right? Same with Numbing Grub. Everyone just loves these cards. They're the best cards in Ice Barrier. Come on now, how could you not know this? I also really love Bruce Warrior's design. I always thought this card was cool. And there's my boy right there, General Raiho. Man, General Raiho is such a good card. But anyway, that's all I gotta say here. This support is really good. Konami just knows it could give Ice Barrier the most broken ass support out there. But they know the deck is still not going to be good. They know the deck is just not going to be good. But they're just like, so they're just like, hey, let's give Ice Barrier custom card level effects. Also, Ice Dragon's Prison reprint. Let's go. Like, this just says, no, you can't activate anything from Ice Barriers. This just says, not fam, have a free search and have some tokens. This just, yeah, I'm a summon and then summon again. And then this just literally says, have a free guy. Have a free guy twice. Technically 3 times. But, oh man, I love good Ice Barrier support. So I'm very happy. And with that being said, that's all I gotta say here once more. I thank you all for coming and watching. And I'll see you all on another day. Have a pleasant one.